You're sitting still. Your cat looks right into your eyes, not moving a muscle, not making a sound. Then, slowly, they close their eyes. And you think that's their way of saying, "I love you"? It isn't. What your cat is actually doing in that moment is way deeper than affection. And once you figure it out, you'll never look at that moment the same way again. In this video, we're going to walk through 7 things your cat's slow blink is actually communicating, and why getting this right is way more important than most cat owners realize. Stick around for the 7th point. That's the one that will change how you react to your cat forever. If your cat has ever looked at you from across the room and done this video is exactly for you. We call it a cat kiss. It's a sweet name, it's catchy, and it just feels right, so it's stuck. Nobody ever really questions it. But cats don't have an equivalent to a human kiss. This behavior was named by humans based on emotion, not scientific observation. Early animal behaviorists didn't even classify it because they didn't understand it well enough to give it a proper name. Every time you call it a kiss, you're using a human emotional framework to explain a feline signal, and when you do that, you totally miss the actual message being broadcast. Your cat isn't sending you affection, they're sending you data. That difference matters a whole lot more than you think. Here's where things get really fascinating. The slow blink is not some passive reflex. It's an active, intentional signal, and we know this because researchers have actually tested it in controlled conditions. The study was conducted in 2020 at the University of Sussex, led by Dr. Karen McComb. The team set up 2 parallel experiments. In the first one, cat owners sat in front of their own cats and gave them a slow blink, softening their gaze, slowly closing their eyes, then opening them back up. In the second experiment, strangers, people who had never met the cats before, did the exact same thing. The results for both groups were identical. The cats slow blinked back significantly more compared to neutral interactions. And not just that, they actually moved physically closer to the person who initiated the signal. The research here is honestly mind-blowing. What this means for your cat, specifically, is they aren't closing their eyes because they're feeling cozy or sleepy. They're responding to a specific cue, your cue, with a deliberate answer. It's a two-way conversation. You just didn't know you were having it. Out in the animal kingdom, closing your eyes in front of another creature is one of the most vulnerable postures a predator can take. Your cat knows this. Cats are both predators and prey. Their threat assessment system never completely shuts down. Voluntarily closing their eyes, even just for a split second in the presence of another being, is a lowering of defenses that doesn't happen by accident. When your cat slow blinks at you, they aren't saying they love you right then and there. They're telling you that they trust you enough to let themselves be temporarily defenseless. It's a conscious choice. Affection can exist without trust. What your cat is offering you is much rarer than affection. It's harder to earn, and it carries way more weight. Just sit with that for a second. The fact that cats will slow blink at strangers, people they've never even met when the person initiates it first, reveals something huge about how this signal works. In that University of Sussex study, the stranger experiment yielded the exact same outcome. Total strangers who offered a slow blink got the exact same response. Those cats also moved closer to the stranger compared to people who just sat there with a blank face. This means the slow blink isn't some exclusive symbol of a special bond between you and your pet. It's a communication protocol, a language that any calm, non-threatening presence can tap into. Your cat has been constantly opening a door every time they do this. The question isn't whether your cat loves you or not. The question is whether you're responding in a way that deepens that trust, or if you're accidentally slamming the conversation shut. Let me know down in the comments, have you ever tried slow blinking back at your cat? What actually happened? The slow blink doesn't just happen out of nowhere. Before deciding to initiate it, your cat is reading something very specific about you, and figuring that out completely changes how you show up in your shared space. Animal communication research shows that a direct, prolonged stare from a human is registered by a cat as a mild threat signal. A cat that chooses to hold eye contact with you and then pull off a slow blink is running a threat neutralization sequence. They are acknowledging your stare and actively diffusing it into a state of safety. Your posture, your stillness, your emotional state, in that exact moment, your cat has evaluated all of it. The slow blink is the verdict you passed the test. Your cat isn't just reacting to you. They're assessing you. Every slow blink is a calculated decision made in your favor. Point number 6 is where most cat owners completely drop the ball, and it's way easier to fix than you think. Most folks, the second they notice their cat slow blinking, react in a way that instantly kills the exchange. They move toward the cat, they speak up, or they reach out to pet them. Animal behaviorists consistently note that sudden movement, vocalization, and uninvited physical contact are all massive disruptions to a calm state, which is the exact state required for slow blink communication to happen. This is one of the most common reasons why cats don't further the interaction once they've started it. Your cat sent you a signal. You answered by completely shifting the environment they just deemed safe. The conversation is over before it could even go anywhere. Most of us do this without even realizing it, and it's super easy to change. The correct response to a slow blink is just another slow blink. Nothing else. Hold your posture. Soften your gaze. Close your eyes slowly, then open them back up. Then just wait. That's the whole response. It's a lot quieter than you'd expect. When you slow blink back and maintain that stillness, something shifts, not just in that moment, but for the entire timeline going forward. The University of Sussex research documented that human-initiated slow blinks trigger approach behavior from the cat. Over repeated interactions, animal behaviorists note that cats who get consistent, properly calibrated responses to their signals show lower stress levels and actively choose to be closer to their owners over time. You aren't just answering your cat in that moment. You're teaching them that their signal is being received, that this space is genuinely safe, not just tolerated. That is exactly what builds the kind of bond most cat owners are desperately hoping for but don't know how to create. Just let that sink in for a minute. A slow blink isn't the end of something. It's an invitation. Whether or not your cat extends that invitation again depends, in part, on what you do with it the very first time. If your cat has done this before and you had no idea what it meant, now you know. Let me know down in the comments what you're going to try. So next time your cat looks at you from across the room, holds eye contact, and slowly closes their eyes, that's not a kiss. It's something way harder to earn and way more meaningful to receive. It's trust, offered completely intentionally. In the only language your cat has to say it, your cat chose you. That's no small thing. If this video changed the way you look at that moment, there is so much more waiting for you. Hit subscribe, and we'll keep doing this together.